All right, getting back to another episode. This one is about Bufo 5-MeO-DMT, a complete dissolution of ego. All right, let's just try to get right into that. Hello, sir. How are you?
I am doing well, sir. How are you today?
Nice to see you, comrade. Let's get right into this.
I'm Dan Sabaka. I come from an Ohio Baptist fundamental background, and my father was a pastor, and I was a pastor as well, a fundamental pastor in New York City and Las Vegas. And I moved to Olympia about 3 years ago, and I'm 68 right now. The medicines allow us to connect between something that's kind of scary, kind of unfamiliar, but when that endogenous process takes place, that dance becomes a reality. The act of surrender, I believe, is the foundation to integration. And what's so wonderfully dynamic about 5-MeO-DMT is that we don't even have to try to surrender. Just take the largest puff if you're taking it that way.
Wow.
And Bufo meets you where you are.
Wow.
And that molecular dance takes care of the rest.
Wow. Real quick, I had to look this up because I wanted to know what endogenous means. So endogenous means growing or originating from within a system, or organicism or body. Hope I said that right. It describes factors, substances, and processes that are produced internally rather than coming from an outside source. Oh, that's cool. I've heard that.
Okay, from within. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I'm glad you looked that up because I had the same question to make sure I understood.
I like to
properly.
Put that word into my vocabulary and understanding. Endogenous. Okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
Never quite. I've heard it, but I really wanted to know what that meant. So let's just move on.
Very cool.
You literally experience not only yourself as your true self, but you get to watch it. You observe it.
Gotcha.
And that's unique. And that's also
real quick. I want these videos to run. So this is similar to Ibogaine. It sounds like it because it just can overwhelm you and it will just take you. As I think something like ayahuasca can do that as well, but it's almost more like there's a presence there, like a singular presence a little bit. But it seems like Bufo just will rock. Like you're going in outer space. You're going to blast off. Like your will can't stop it if you do it right. I
think I think you're right because it's what I've understood. Like, so if you were just to do meditation without any assistance, which that I've done, it's like lifting a sail and a breezy day, right? You're gonna sail into the state, and it's relatively calm most of the time. If you take, if you're using Bufo or this DMT as an aid, it's like strapping a rocket ship on. You don't know where it's going to take you, but you know you're going to blast off.
Sure.
That's what I've heard it described as too. So
let's get back
to
to
endogenous, meaning that unfamiliar molecule from this gracious toad meets something that we already have within us. And that wonderful dance takes place. I'm in one of these happy, smiley face curves where I'm at the greatest time of my life. It's absolutely wonderful. And Mother Earth has all this capacity to connect with this human condition, filled with consciousness and filled with all this beauty and wonder. I believe that Mama Earth knows the way as I know my way.
Very cool. So that was someone who was speaking from the heart, someone who has done the medicine. I just thought that'd be a cool starter video. Let me roll into the other one I have. So this one.
Dan Sabaka.
Where is? Let's see if we can do this. I'm all over the place. There's so many things I got to do here. I'm pausing it. All right, so this video right here is somebody actually doing the medicine in Spain.
Okay.
Gotta do 3 hits. I hear the first one's pretty easy. Well, not easy. It's doable, right? Wow, that's a big hit. Whoa. 2. Oh, damn.
So warrior. Excellent.
Wow.
Hold it.
Yeah, this guy's doing this incredibly good.
Oh, you have to hold it in like that.
Yeah. He's done
And
this before.
He's standing too, which.
Wow.
This is wild.
So you're seeing him physically doing it, but the way it works,
Yeah.
his mind, like he's elsewhere. He's probably eventually going to lay down, I would think, too.
Right.
Wow. He just took a huge hit.
I was gonna say, like, okay, here we go. He's going down. Yeah, it's nice they help him down too. It's not
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, right? You just let somebody take you down.
Yeah.
Wow. Shamans are so fascinating. I enjoy them from like art role playing games and things like to me, shaman's been around a long time. Like almost all the PlayStation games I played that were RPGs had a shaman, a healer, right? A shaman. You could pick like in Final Fantasy the different kind. You'd have the red mage, the white mage, and the black mage. And
I remember that.
I always
Yeah.
kind of liked the reds because they were healers and they were powerful. And they're great. Like I love the colors, the way they support you. The music obviously is just like so smart to put it as an experience with music and guided, because if not, you probably go crazy. Like it's got to be terrible.
I can't even imagine like this level of like ego dissolution.
Yeah.
It just I mean, I've had moments where I'll say in meditation, it's a very light, like a very brief, where there is this like ego drop of sorts, and I feel like it, you do feel that connection with everything, but it's very brief. And
Very
like,
brief.
like this seems like a more sustained experience. I mean, he had to inhale it. Inhale the smoke, I guess.
Yeah.
And hold it in. And I heard it sounded like the shaman go, okay, warrior. Like you really have to,
Wow.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
So this is so powerful that if you were around somebody experiencing this, it would frighten you. Like say like you got a hold of this and you were like some like dumb kids or something, and then somebody ripped it, and then all of a sudden they're no longer conscious, they're just laying on the ground. That would scare people. You need somebody to be very experienced and not be shocked by this, because regular people would just, people hang out and smoke marijuana together. That doesn't happen. It would scare people because they wouldn't know who's the adult in the room. You got to have some adults. You got to have definitely some experienced adults in the room. We need mature people, because even when you're knocked out like that, think about in like nature in hundreds of years ago, you could be eaten, you could be slain by your enemy, you could have an animal pounce on you.
Right.
So that like freedom to like just do that is very dangerous, and that's why I think they're guided, and it should be that way,
Yeah, I do like the fact too, at least in this case, and it's within like a spiritual or kind of a ceremony. There's a ceremonial side to this. It's not just, oh man, okay, I'm going to go out and just have a good time. No, this guy, like, I'm guessing, there's something about himself he wants to discover, and hence
the way he took that hit looks to me like he's a psychonaut. Like that is not a entry level guy. That guy is practiced. That's just my opinion.
I think you're right.
It looked like it.
I think you're right about that. Yeah, he looks like he's
just that rip
taken
alone.
this journey before at some level.
Yeah, I think it's important when you do this to, if you're around safe, it's safe, and obviously they're practiced, right?
Yeah.
To let yourself go like a child almost. Like a child, sometimes when they're exhausted, they just crash out, and then the parents or the adults, like, you know, the caretakers just pick them up and they take them where they need to go, and they comfort them and they get them whatever they need. And it's good if you're gonna to release yourself almost like a child again, just to be like an infant. Honestly, that's kind of what you become. You know, not externally, physically. Inside, you're not an infant. That's
right. That's right. But at least out on the outside, like in the world, you know, someone needs to be there to watch over you, take care of you, like it seems they're doing here. This is really something.
He sings to him, so he creates a barrier kind of over him. That's shamans are all different, but that's usually what they're trying to do, is to create some sort of thread. Wow. He's in it, man.
Like, he's out there.
Yep. He could be anywhere. Wow.
Hello, I'm Ruger Aber with Mexa Silver.
All right. Calm down, buddy.
That was interesting. Yeah, so a feel of what maybe a ceremony might look like if one were to
all right, let's roll
partake in that one.
Right into this.
Bufo Alvarius is often considered the most potent and intense psychedelic in the world. Many of those who have tried it often describe entering a state where they are nothing, yet they feel connected to everything.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. Some people even compare the experience to dying, but then coming back to life or this reality, completely reborn. What exactly is this psychedelic? Why did I feel drawn to try something many would consider drastic? And how did this change my life in the most unimaginable way?
Okay. Disclaimer, please
well, to begin,
read.
If you
wanted me to read that, I was going pretty fast. I guess you got to pause it and read it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I will go back and read this for 1 second. Sure, why not? The content provided in this video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views and you know that one. That's like the known kind of disclaimer.
Yeah, the common disclaimer.
Well, to begin, if you want to know why I decided to try Bufo Alvarius, we need to go back to this Mike Tyson interview.
You know,
and so we go.
I know a guy. And I know a guy
on there
that's done this. And that's all I'm going to say. But I want to tell you the reason why he was encouraged to do this is because he was inspired by the same exact video about Mike Tyson talking about doing it. He said that to me. He told me that. Yeah, this is the same thing that got her. I know this video. It's really interesting.
I smoke the pipe, and sit down on the floor on a mattress and smoke it, and it hits me, boom, and I'm gone. I'm getting 1,000 years of information within 15 minutes. So you imagine how fast it's coming to me.
What happened?
Stop using drugs, stop drinking, stop in that. I didn't want to do that no more, so I did that. So I took another hit of the toad.
And after listening to...
That's the video. It's much longer. There's like an animated one. That one's really cool with Tony Robinson, I think his name is.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think that's right.
Too.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch. There's so much stuff I got to catch up on podcasts, man. It's impossible.
Yeah, I know.
To him describe this experience, I knew that this was something I really wanted to try. I didn't really have a solid reason why. I didn't know why the urge felt so strong, but I trusted the feeling. And the next thing I knew, I was researching what it was about.
What is Bufo? What is this word? Alvarius.
Alvarius?
Yeah. The first time I've seen it spelled like has that whole name. I only know it as the Bufo. I'll look it up while we're watching.
Bufo alvarius, also commonly referred to as a toad, is a species of toad that's found primarily in Mexico and parts of North America. This toad secretes a venom that contains 5-MeO-DMT, a strong psychedelic substance that's known to induce powerful hallucinogenic experiences that can last anywhere between 7 to 90 minutes. People are drawn to the toad because after just one experience, there are many people who report that it has drastically helped them change the way they perceive themselves and or their lives. It is some seriously powerful stuff. Typically, the way it works is this venom is secreted from the toad, and then it's crystallized and smoked in a very unique process.
That is crazy.
And it is when...
So is that same venom, is it poisonous? That's what can kill its predators, right? It does use that for that, I would think.
I would think so, yeah. So I guess it keeps those predators from harming the...
When they're getting
toad.
dosed with that, is that happening to them? Because if it's... I know we're larger and we can handle like things that they cannot. But like if a bear got hit with that or something, I guess you got to smoke it. How do people even... how does a frog's poison get squeezed? I've seen when they milk them, they milk the frogs.
Oh, yeah.
Like who ran around and just started milking a frog and then was like, I'm going to smoke this, you know?
It's a great question because I've wondered the same. You know, someone somewhere had to discover that this was an effect and come out of it and say, okay, and maybe even repeat, right? They had to figure out how to get this venom from the frog and what was the way to kind of...
And the dosage too, because that seems very important.
Yeah, so it just... I tend to think about these things with a lot of areas, but in this particular case...
So I did hear one thing that I thought was kind of interesting. So ayahuasca, or, you know, the trees are alive, right? They're organic. They're old. They've been here for a very long time. They're older than the dinosaurs, I believe. So the people who live in the jungle, who are not like us, who are around Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, we're around a lot of activity in the air, a lot of electrical activity. If you live in the woods, you were born there, you're generationally like a woods person or like a forest person. We're talking 500 years ago, 600 years ago, little tribes, right? That when they would sleep, or they could hear the jungle speak. So like the plants would tell them in their dreams what to go do. So I think they're in that same sort of like atmosphere where these things are just existing, right? There's no microwave there.
Yeah.
There used to be. And they're just super in tune genetically, you know, to be like into their culture. Their environment is them. They are the environment. So I think there's whispers in the air. I think there's a vibe in the air. They figure it out.
Yeah, and it does. You bring up a great point there too. It's the idea that like you are part of the... Sometimes I think here, at least in the West, we tend to separate ourselves from the environment. There's the environment, everything around us, the plants, the animals, and so forth, and humans like as separate entities. When we're actually we are the environment. The environment is us, and it's kind of, to separate them is almost silly. We can't survive on this planet without what's around us. So it's
like to your point, like I think of you know, wherever I go, there'll probably be a building with windows in it, and there'll probably be a sidewalk, and there'll be a step somewhere that I'll use, right? But like if you grow up in the jungle, hundreds of years of generations, you're not thinking of a window. You're not thinking of the sidewalk, you know? It's just all jungle and woods, right? And it's all animal life and whatever's going on out there, the water, the river, the lake, you know?
And you know your area too. Like if you've grown up there, your parents grew up there, your grandparents, and so on back. It's like you know that area of the jungle. Whereas you drop someone like me off there, I will admit, it's hopeless for me.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't know up from down. You know, it's
and they probably even memorize dense forests. Like they can even figure out what these bunch of trees look like with very little room in them. You know, it's crazy.
It's true.
You smoke and inhale the fumes from this crystallized DMT that you break through or have an experience that's otherworldly. It is a very difficult thing to describe what this experience is like, but one common theme that many people describe after having experienced Bufo Alvarius is they feel this feeling of oneness, this connectedness to everything and everyone, and most people agree that they feel and perceive things differently after their experience. Although it is generally deemed safe and non-addictive, there are some...
Okay, let's just jump ahead. We're going to go right to the experience.
Okay.
And watching the facilitators light this really colorful pipe that contained the Bufo Alvarius crystals, And I was so scared. Just not knowing what to expect, not knowing if inhaling this substance would either bring me into a realm that was so healing and so powerful that could possibly change my life forever, or would I get a panic attack and feel like I'm losing my mind and feel like I'm dying.
Might have both.
Those are the thoughts that pass through my mind, at least, when I'm about to face something that is so unknown to me, and I know has had radical impacts on people. So finally it was my turn, and they asked me if I was ready, and they brought the pipe to my mouth and lit it. And I inhaled for as long as I could, and I fell back. And I remember for the first few seconds I resisted the experience. I was so afraid. And I kept telling myself, you're not dying. You're alive. And then I said, I am okay. I am okay. I am okay. And once I said it enough times, I finally broke through. And then suddenly, I was just in this place where there was an infinite amount of beautiful, bright colors that were swirling around me, changing shapes. And there were these beautiful, unique geometric shapes that were just dancing. And all I could feel was just like a pure loving essence and joy surrounding me. I felt like energy. I was experiencing energy, and I felt like energy. I didn't feel like I had a physical body anymore. And as I was just being, as I was just sitting, being, feeling this experience, a truth, a simple yet profound truth hit me. It hit me so hard. All I could do was laugh at it. I was laughing hard and loud, and I didn't care who heard. I didn't care what it sounded like. It was almost maniacal because it was absurd how profound and simple it was, and how much I just had not realized this truth before, even though at the same time I felt like it was an inherent truth that I knew all along, but I just never fully understood or absorbed. And I was just laughing at the insanity of it.
All right, so she did say how simple it was and is. And that was like my question to this person who I talked to, who, did the medicine. And I had like some deeper questions. I was saying people making me, I'm trying to say this the best way I did say it. I can say it. So I was like, he said everything is love and life. And love and forgiveness, and it was like so simple. It was like what Jesus said, right? Which is forgiveness, love yourself. The most important thing is love. And I was like, well, when I go to work, and I'm driving and I'm being tailgated, like it's aggressive, and it makes me aggressive, and it makes me angry, and it makes me want to survive and be territorial, because like people are not nice. There's a lot of mean dick people out there who I really got to like either put in check or be careful of. And he was like, none of that matters. It's all about love. And I was like, basically kept saying like, it's hard to do. I can understand that. I've achieved some of that, but I'm like, I keep getting pulled back into this human raw experience of all us humans out here, like going about our day, and it does frustrate me. Going anywhere transportation wise, this was a frustrating thing. You're dealing with so many different personalities, and it could be shitty train. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is he was like, none of that matters. It's all about love and forgiveness. And it's super hard to just forgive when you're aggravated. Like when you're getting aggravated, you're not thinking about that. You're just like, get off my back. Stop rushing me. Stop bullying me. Bullying is not love.
Oh, right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
that's sort of like I was trying to get that question out, and everything was, you got to forgive everybody. And you got to
I
love
would have
yourself.
had a similar question if I got a chance to talk to this person, because like I have the same question. Like, so I ran something of an experiment I like to tell people about, where I said I'm going to act and I've never had a psychedelic experience like this woman described in the video, but I realized I'm going to run the experiment. Okay, they say love your neighbor as yourself. Or like if you cast your bread on water, it'll come back to you 1,000-fold or 100-fold or whatever. I'm gonna try it. I said, just look, does this like? Much to my amazement, it seemed to work. I was able to sustain it for maybe 3 days. I said, I'm just going to walk in love. I'm going to forgive if
Okay.
anyone quote wrongs me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to act out of love and compassion most of the time, as much as and I had to say, it really did work. I felt a lot better. But as you noted, it's really hard to sustain, because I also felt like the world around me was trying to drag me, and successfully, back into, I'm on the train and I got to listen to this person's nonsense, right? Or I'm smelling something funny on a metro.
Yeah, sure.
It's really hard to hold
You
together.
get annoyed. It's annoying.
Yeah, I
It's
get very annoyed.
and it's also can make you angry. It makes you want to fight. It makes me very aggressive, and I have the ability to be very aggressive. And lately, I use it. Like I'm not trying to intimidate, but I'm very direct, and I'm trying my best to be the best version of me. But I'm also at the same time having to be the most like stand up for myself. I have to.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
I found that too. Like, self-respect is important too. It's part of the, you're part of the conscious experience, as am I, right? So I have to respect myself as much as others, not be a doormat. But right, there's moments when I can be assertive in a healthy way, but I have gotten aggressive too.
Yeah.
And I've, caught myself. They're not always my proudest moments either.
But to me,
Like-
sometimes they are, and I'll tell you why. Because I've dealt with people who are bullies, or people who are, say, like in a work environment, when an employee wants to bully you or tell you what to do, but they're not in the role to tell you what to do, and you're being mistreated by other coworkers. I don't tolerate that. If you're not my boss and I know how to do my job, don't tell me what to do, because you're being rude and you're just saying stuff that's incredibly rude and you're being disrespectful. And I deal with this often, and when I'm that way, I'm proud of it. I'm not gonna just fall apart.
You're right. That's true. I have to admit that too. There are many moments when I've similar situations where I've stood up for myself in such a way that, okay, maybe I went a little over, but I'm okay with it.
It's
I'm
okay.
Like, yeah, you know what? That person was asking for it.
They are sometimes.
It's really, it's hard to, like, intellectually, I understand why love is the answer, but unlike this woman who experienced something obviously incredible, I don't know that I completely can get there. I think I'm gonna have to do a lot more meditation to get to where she is. I'll put it that way.
For me now, it's both, and I understand a lot, and I have more compassion than I have ever had, and I have more love in my heart than ever. But I instinctually am letting out my overall, I don't know, my masculine, my force, my drive. Like, I let it come out more in conversation when I'm frustrated, and I do it properly. I don't do it crazy, but I use it and it works. So somebody might act a certain way to 10 different people, but me, I find if someone treats me poorly, as soon as it happens, I directly say it. So, for instance, if somebody walk up to me and squeeze my hand, and when they first meet me, I'll be like, "Why are you squeezing my hand?" You know what I mean? Like, why are you doing that? Because other people would just be like, oh, that was aggressive, but don't want to confront it. If you do it immediately, it changes the behavior entirely, to be so direct. And then I know I'm digressing a little bit, but it is ego. I am talking about ego, and I've been played out by other people's egos, and I'm more dominant than I used to be, while I'm also the most loving and caring at the same time.
That makes sense to me too, because I could see that in the sense that, like ego, a lot of people go, the ego's bad. The ego's, to my mind, a tool in a toolbox. Now, am I going to use a hammer for every possible thing I'm trying to fix? No, but it is useful for certain things.
Yeah.
One of them is standing up for yourself, self-respect, or like you noted, being direct with somebody when
Yep.
it's called for. Like, oh, hey, well, how come you're squeezing my hand like that? Or, oh, how come you seem a little,
Yeah,
seem a little
exactly.
intense today,
Right. You seem a little
whoever.
uptight,
Yeah,
why,
seem a little uptight, maybe.
it's like,
Yeah,
what's your tone of voice? Are you aggressive? Are you say it more direct. Like, what's with your tone? Like, are you upset? And a lot of them can be used to troll people, obviously, but
yeah,
going on to what you said about the hammer, let's put it this way. So if everything, your whole village, town, city was crumbled, right? You would probably need a hammer to rebuild it, right?
yes,
So the hammer is necessary because it can break through and restore, right?
that's right. That's right.
But it also has the
Well
power
said.
to destroy and kill.
That's well said, actually. That's that's perfect. That's a perfect analogy. It can be like any tool. It can be used to build. It can also be used to destroy. And I think that's perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
the ego is a very similar
Yeah,
tool in the toolbox.
exactly.
It's very useful in certain situations.
I guess I was trying
but in
to
others it's
say
not. Yeah.
that's kind of what I thought of the ego.
Yeah, I like that.
On this one, there you go. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to edit this. So I'm just talking to you regularly because I understand I want to do a couple more parts, but it's getting too late. So I'm just going to run the, and at the outro. Actually, I don't run the outro. I'm just going to stop it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the end,
You know what you're doing. You got the skills that will, I think, eventually pay the bills. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm good with doing other parts of this too.
because
This
I
is
like that you
fascinating
said
stuff.
that. So I'm just going to stop this and stop.